in here, come on in here, come on in here. I know I got SW Whim, all my beautiful members. Cash is in the house. Vic is in the house. Before I get this intro going and we really get started, who else? Generally Jenny, shout out to you. Lex Lux. I know I started a little bit early, but you know how I do. I got a baby bunny and I gotta tend to her needs, and it's all about her. Let me go ahead and get this intro going. Right. We get the intro going? I think it's time to get this intro going. My goodness, everybody, come on in. So we have, I saw Grandma here earlier. Shout out to Grandma SW. Hope you're doing well. Everybody, Tina. Who else? Petty, how are you guys? Everybody hit that. Yes, everybody hit that like button. Liz, how are you, Liz? Yes. No, Cash, we don't have any updates as of yet. Everything as far as what's been out there, we've already updated on. I mean, I'm sure if I get any updates, we'll definitely be talking about it. How are you, Finn? All right, I see some new people I've never seen before. I see Finn. I see FB. Is it FBA Goddess? Welcome, FBA Goddess. Welcome, everybody. Everybody in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Yes, right, Tina. It's been a little bit crazy with all these trials. Hey, Jennifer. How are you, my love? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Cool gamer in the house, live cast. I see some new people. Hey, Polka Dots. How are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. There's some people in here that I hadn't seen in a minute. Bobby, the good thing about having like a smaller chat is that I actually get to see you guys a little bit more. So shout out to you guys. But why don't we get started because we definitely got some stuff to cover. Look, I've been hearing a rumor, and shout out to truth teller Danny Robertson. This is on her community page as well. You guys know we love Danny Robertson over here. That's my girl. Hey, Aaron and Eric, welcome. All right. You can G14 classified. No worries. Thank you for putting me on your speakerphone. That's awesome. Hey Morals, how are you, my love? Um so there's been this rumor going on, I guess. I don't really know if and I say allegedly a blogger posted out that 3 members of the Cabo 6 in the death of Shanquella Robinson got whooped last night in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm about to put out a video. So I'm not really sure if there's any truth to that, as far as whether they got jumped or not. Sounds like they did. I'm not really sure. Uh, but I guess we'll find out. Now, why did they get whooped? Whether it's related to the case, I'm not really sure. I know. That's what I said. I said, say what? Did somebody take justice in their own hand? I mean, Just saying. I work with the Shanquella Robinson case. Okay. I know, what did they say? And Petty's like big eyes. I'm just saying, like, it's just a lot. It's a lot that's been going on. And, again, we're still rooting for justice. I feel like it happened. Did you see it? See, I'll put out, I'll say allegedly something happened, but if I don't have anything that would support it, I really wouldn't put it out like that. Sometimes you get, insider information. I'm sure it's related if a couple of them were whooped, right? I don't know. I'm just it's a lot. I mean, we've been waiting for an update. We know it's going to take forever. Now, keep in mind though, and I'm not trying to make any comparisons or anything, but Natalie Holloway, it took forever for the Vandersloot guy to get extradited. Um, he's been extradited today, and he's been sitting there for I don't know how many years. It takes forever for somebody to be extradited. So keep that in mind. You can't be vague. You got to be straight. I know, generally, Jenny. I try. I try. But if somebody got whooped, if somebody took justice in their hand, or here's my deal: if all three of them got whooped, why are they all three hanging out with each other? I don't know. Jennifer says it doesn't surprise me since they have it coming for what they did to poor Shanquella. I'm still mad over the fact that the government didn't want to pursue the case any further. I know, Jennifer. I don't know. Lazarus says, I think honestly, it's like the Shanquella Robertson case kind of gets to me, and I had to step back a little bit because it's so much drama within the creators that I'm like, I don't want to get caught up on that. And then people make up lies about this ish. I'm not down for that either, and then they defame the family. I'm also not down with that. Um, well, that's good. It's good to know that the FBI hasn't given up. I'm glad to hear that. Lazarus says Natalie Holloway's mom dated John Ramsey. Yeah, I heard about that. Natalie was seen with the fellow named Yellow, who was also seen with Amy Bradley. What's the connection, Lazarus? They do, Finn. They definitely deserve justice. Definitely. I mean, when authorities don't take care of the things, people will take justice in their own hand. That's very true, Tina. I mean, I'm telling you, if I knew that these guys were partying up and that's my daughter, you better believe that I would probably be doing something, you know? Just saying. Just a little one. I was doing some stuff. I got a little tan tan. That, and then it's also the lighting that's making me I'm looking kind of orange today. Can you tell? Just a little. Justice for classic and sincere. Absolutely. Thank you, Morals, for becoming a what is it called? Not becoming a member. What is the word? For becoming a member again. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you. They probably think they don't have anything to worry about since the government is pursuing them. I know, but let me tell you, I don't know if I would be out in the public. You know, it's just renewing. There you go. Becoming a member. My bad. Thank you for becoming a remember. Thank you, Morals. You already know what you guys know what I mean. You better stop. You guys think you know what I'm saying. Absolutely. Justice for them, yo. Justice for them. So those people are mysteriously missing, all actually kidnapped and trafficking. Yeah, that's that McFadden case. OMG, yo. What do we make of that situation? I mean, that right there is just crazy. I don't know, yo. It's crazy. So I wanted to kind of throw that out there. I guess we need more information about whether they were jumped or not. That's kind of my thought. I don't know. But let's move on to this case. So get this, and maybe you guys have heard this case already. You have a woman who is an author. She loses her husband and decides to write a book about grief, then gets charged for murdering her husband. Have y'all ever heard of divorce? Like, The real beauty, right? Have y'all heard, like, why are people killing people's, why are you guys killing each other? I'm saying. You saw it on TikTok? I know. I'm just, I'm surprised that I don't know what to say. Let me go ahead and play this.
Children's book on grief after her husband's death. That's all good. However, she's now being charged with his murder. Investigators say that Kouri Richins killed her husband, Eric, with a lethal dose of fentanyl in March of last year.
Court documents reveal that text messages between Kouri and an acquaintance show she allegedly got prescription pain pills just days before the murder. About a year after Eric's death, Richins published a children's book about dealing with the loss of a loved one.
It completely took us all by shock. And we have 3 little boys, 10, 9, and 6. And, we my kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving processes that we've experienced last year.
And Richins is set to appear in court for a detention hearing next week. Affiliate KTSU takes a look back at the case and breaks down a timeline of key events.
My God. It's bizarre. I was like, did somebody make this up? Queen Bella said she started trying to poison him because she wanted to buy a $2 million house to flip, but he wouldn't agree. So she closed on the house the day after his murder? What? For why? Why do all that? Divorce is better than jail. Child, she says, couldn't they make this up if they tried? We shouldn't have to. I'm just saying, like, what are we doing? No worries, Vic. You're right on time. I just started. Unbelievable. Wow. Poor kids lost their dad and their mom. Just like the Judson case. Now her boys can write a book about how their mother caved their dad. So sad, and how to deal with that. Like, what? It's the way that she presents on these videos and interviews. I'm like, and then she did interviews. It wasn't like a situation like I cannot. She poisoned him. Let me play this.
I want to take you back to 2 months before the alleged murder. According to the search warrant, back in January, Kouri Richins logged into Eric's life insurance policy with his business partner and changed it so that she was the only beneficiary. Eric was notified by the insurance company, and he changed his will and life insurance over to his sister. According to the family, he never told Richins that he cut her out of the will. Then on Valentine's Day 2022, Eric told his family Richins brought him a sandwich, and after one bite, he broke into hives and couldn't breathe. The affidavit says that Eric told his family that if anything happened, she was to blame. Then on March 4th, Eric died from an overdose of fentanyl. The medical examiner said the level in his system was approximately 5 times the lethal dosage. A year goes by, and Richins publishes Are You With Me?, a children's book about a child grieving the loss of their father. Meanwhile, there's an ongoing estate battle over approximately $3,600,000 between her and Eric's sister. During the investigation, detectives discovered that Richins asked around for fentanyl, specifically, quote, some of the Michael Jackson stuff. She was arrested May 8th and charged with aggravated murder. Richins' next.
She said some of the Michael Jackson stuff. Girl, what? It's not, what? SW's like, my hubby has a big life insurance policy. Should I? Because listen, well, I mean, look, I cannot. Like, so she said some of the Michael Jackson stuff. She was also putting it in the drink. Hey, Floyd, how are you, my love? Talks baby girl said, don't bring the king of pop into this foolishness. Why? She said it. She said it. Oh my God. Was that even the right drug? Oh my gosh, you guys are going in on these comments. Hey, Nanya. Okay, it is weird. She said some of the Michael Jackson stuff. I heard her say that. Wait. She quoted her. Hold up. Hold on, let me go back a little bit.
Detectives discovered that Richins asked around for fentanyl, specifically, quote, some of the Michael Jackson stuff. She was arrested May 8th and charged with aggravated murder. Richins' next court appearance is scheduled for next Friday, May 19th. Reporting in the studio, Emily Tenser, Fox 13 News, Utah.
You know, this one.
This one,
I gotta say that the facts, she handles a lot of the facts, but there's a whole lot more.
Yes.
There was a lot going on in their relationship, and apparently he was thinking about divorcing her, and she had tried to kill him, at least in his estimation, and those around them, family members, etc., think that she tried to kill him a couple of times.
And he even told family members, if something happens to me, because he would have immediate symptoms after eating something, it's her that
It's
did
her,
it.
no doubt. Let's bring in our guest, criminal defense attorney Joseph Tully. And Joseph, I'll start right there.
Girl, let me tell you guys something. Now that is the equivalent of a black widow right there. If I've ever seen a black widow in person, that right there. Clearly, if she effed him, there's records of him trying to do this, of her trying to do this. That's a black widow right there. And then she goes and does interviews about a book and how the grief process. Somebody said that her books have been removed from Amazon. That is there's your sociopath right there. I mean, no empathy in these interviews.
We've seen in other cases, the Jensen case in particular, where the words of a victim, sometimes they can have trouble getting into a trial. You see any problem in this case with those words to his family members that if anything happens to me, it's her, pointing the finger at his wife? Will that be allowed in this trial?
Oh, gosh. I mean, it definitely goes to motive. So the prosecution will be trying to get it in. Will it get in? You put me on the spot here, but I appreciate it. I say yes. I say yes, it will come in. It will come in because it goes to his state of mind. It's possibly an excited utterance. It goes to an explanation as to why he changed the will. So it may not come in directly toward the murder, but it'll come in for some other reason, why he changed the will, why he was feeling unsure.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there are a number of ways to get it in under this instance. Of course, the bar to it, Judge, of course, would be the Sixth Amendment, the confrontation, right? And it would be hearsay. He told someone else that. Right. But I think there are a number of exceptions, some of them outlined there by Joseph, that will allow this in. And this type of evidence we've seen in other cases is pretty damning.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And I think it's all about, we know it is hearsay. Does it fall within one of those exceptions or not? But here's the thing, too, I think about this particular case. I think that in ones we've covered and heard about in Jensen, they don't do things after that are a little unbelievable. The fact that she wrote a children's book about how to deal with the grief of losing your father after she allegedly is the one that murdered the father. How does that come in, or does it? I don't know that it does, Joseph, but what are your thoughts?
That's definitely a curveball. I mean, in terms of the trial, I think that the prosecution would want to keep that out and the defense would want to bring it in. However, if it does come in, I actually think that it could help the prosecution more than it would hurt them. Everybody's heard the term self-serving. The prosecution can easily pinpoint that in light of all the other circumstantial evidence, putting her as the killer here, in terms of making a self-serving document to try to throw the police off, to try to, put herself in the clear.
You know, it's crazy looking at these pictures, and there are a number of them where they look seemingly happy. They're at events, they're out in public, they're smiling, touching, arms around each other. And then you hear the allegations against her. And what I never understand, and unfortunately in our society, and
they're going to have to interview the people around him and her. I mean, yeah, they do kind of look like a happy couple. Yeah, apparently she got her drugs wrong, because that's not what killed Michael Jackson. But it's the fact that she said it and she's quoted. Like, what? This is a sociopath, yo. Right, Mama? Do you have something to say about this situation here? What do you have to say? You tell me. She has nothing to say right now. Fate book. She threw a party that's cool as AF, right? Well, damn. Just get a divorce, yo. You don't have to deal with this ish. Just move on. This is some Lori Vallow-ish. I mean, I just can't. Right, Mama? I know. Let's keep playing.
It's not right, which is why I'm pointing it out. People look at people and say, oh, they did it. Look at how they look. Or, oh, she never could have done that. She is beautiful. Well, let's just put all that aside and say it doesn't have anything to do with how a person looks. Crazy like a fox. But to hear yet another case like this, Michael, where she's accused with this murder of her husband with young children, it just doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but I'll tell you what, Joseph, if you want to get accused of a crime of murdering someone that you love, all you have to do is mess with the life insurance.
Yeah.
And they are going to come after you right
Very
away.
true.
She had the gall to go in and with a business partner, change the beneficiary on the insurance policy. But here's the kicker, and she didn't know this apparently.
Yep.
He finds out and goes back and changes it to the sister. She's currently in all kinds of legal issues trying to get that money that the sister now says belongs to their family and not her. But
that is crazy. This is a mess, yo. You guys remember the case that we were talking about, the dentist, James Craig? Like, what is of these people? What are you guys doing? This is what I want to know, Real Beauty. That's a great question. Okay, Mama, what were the warning signs of it? Because nobody just gets upset like nobody does this. Give me one sec, guys. Baby Bunny calls. You guys already know. Duty. Oh, yes, Baby Bunny. CEO says, wait a minute. I wish people would just get divorced, right? Hey, Bring Them STV. I don't get it. But remember, you just had that dentist that poisoned his wife, and was charged? We just talked about him this week as well, and how these customers that used to, patients of his that used to, deal with him can't deal with them anymore because of the situation. They have their money stuck in there. Oh my gosh. But yes, the other day, with you and JT, he commented you were Chinese and Baby Bunny was your cat. I know you saw it. I didn't see that, and I'm not Chinese, but it just goes to show his ignorance. I don't really care for that man anyways. Anyways. Okay, Mama. Really? Are you upset? Is something making you mad? Do we need an intermission? What's the deal? I know. Are you mad? Sorry, you guys. You guys already know Baby Bunny's the CEO. Here you go. You don't want it? No more? Do you want something else? Give me one sec, guys. Maybe this will distract her for a minute. Anyways, yes. So Baby Bunny, she wants to be the star. You already know. She's just like, I want it all, Baby Bunny. Baby Bunny's like, I tell you, she's like the biggest bully. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious to know. The fact that she did interviews, that just kind of drives me a little bit crazy.
Just going back to my point, when you have a situation where someone messes with the insurance, I mean, you are going to get the eye of the law on you.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it leads straight to the prosecution statement and closing argument. Did she have a motive, ladies and gentlemen? Sure. She had over 3 million reasons to do this. I mean, the huge monetary amounts that we're talking about here is definitely a huge motive that the government can use in proving its case or attempting to prove its case against the accused here.
But I would also suggest, and I'm glad you said the amount, $3 million, because it's not a little small sum of money that they're fighting over. It's more than $3 million. But also the way he died, the fentanyl. I mean, to me, that's the other thing. When you, she picked a way that an autopsy showed that, and that is something that clearly somebody killed him. I mean, you're not going to think that somebody's going to take 5 times the dose of fentanyl and die as a result of that overdose. It just doesn't feel right. So I think, too, that the method, the way that he died is a strong hand for the prosecution to play.
Well, okay, so I do have I know how the defense would react to that. The defense would say that, or a smart defense to that would be that, look, fentanyl is an illegal drug, or can be an illegal drug. And when you get drugs that are, manufactured illegally, they don't necessarily make sure that all the ingredients are stirred up. So they might make a whole pot of illegal pills. And if you don't stir it up enough, you'll get more dosage in a pill than is intended. So if you're taking an illegal pill from one batch, one might be totally fine, and you would live and survive and, do your illegal drug and get high. And another.
I think this is a really good lesson for all of us too. Like, honestly, right, Mama, that there is domestic violence or there are hardships that men go through in relationships. Sometimes we only think about women as being victims, where men can be victims of women as well. And that's something to kind of keep in mind, right? Like, keep that in mind when things are happening. Absolutely. Oh, and then thank you so much, Jenny, for putting that in the comments, because I can't see it on StreamYard, but Layden has been a member for a month, and we have a new member as well. Shout out to where, I know I just saw your comment here earlier. Where'd it go? Was it Eric? Shout out to Eric, who became a member today. Thank you, Eric. Jennifer commented a few times in a row in 4 seconds. I'm not seeing her comment. But welcome to the membership. Thank you so much. I only commented when I can because I'm currently heading on my way to work. Aw. In Morals said it perfectly earlier. Morals said that, okay, Mama. Morals said that, Morals was like, I'll leave at the first taste of the crazy, disgusting sandwich. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how there must have been patterns, and other people in there must have picked up, right? Something must have happened that, people picked up on this. Thank you, Train Monkey says, I love hearing Baby Bunny's little voice. Do you want to say something? What? I think she wants the headphones. Like, she's so ready to blog. You want to blog? You want to say something? No? Can't have the mic? I'll get you your own mic, Mama. You could blog. Okay. All right. All right. But anyways, guys, let me go ahead and keep playing this, because then I'm going to have to head out here pretty soon.
Pill from that same batch might kill you. So that will be the defense to that.
And I love that you pushed back and gave me the defense attorney position, knowing what you know about narcotics, about drugs. And really the reality is it could be a whole different case if she had said, oh my gosh, he was using drugs and I hope that didn't kill him, and then had that as a that's what killed him, not me. But she didn't do that.
Yeah, that would be the other part of that equation that Joseph is speaking of. We have to know a little bit of history of this guy. You can't just come out of the blue and argue that he overdosed on fentanyl because he was buying illegal drugs off the street.
Good
There'd
point.
have to be some sense that they maybe used recreational drugs together, that they had gone out and bought drugs together. Because the other problem they have here, Joseph, is that the guy who allegedly sold her the drugs, apparently she's out on the street looking for fentanyl. A guy ends up selling it to her. Well, the cops got him too, and they have him on record as saying, yep, I sold her fentanyl.
Wow.
Sure. No, that's good.
This is crazy. And thank you guys so much. Jennifer, drive safe as well. Moral says, I currently work in the insurance industry. Why don't people realize that most insurance is not going to release funds with an investigation? Thank you. I didn't think so as well. I know the CEO wants the mic. That's what the CEO wants. That's what she wants. CEO wants the mic. Grandma's like, drive safe, Jennifer.
Again, the counter would be from a defense perspective is that, maybe he had a bad back and that he asked her to get some pills. She gave him one pill, and it just so happened to be a bad pill from a batch, and it ended up killing. But she never would have thought that that one pill would have done that. Again, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's a logical comeback within these circumstances.
That is, I don't know, yo. I'm like, why are we? Did she poison him or not? Right, Mama? Would he have taken this fentanyl? Okay, would he have taken? And then all these comments about the Michael Jackson cocktail, wanting the Michael Jackson stuff. You can't make this ish up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Good night just says, can we get a diagram for this story? No, we cannot. No, we cannot. I don't know. What, Mama? Do you want a mic? Do you want a mic? You guys something to say? You have something to say to the people? Or you want to go back to watch Teletubbies? She wants to watch Teletubbies, guys. I might have to head out. We're gonna have to watch. You love my diagram as well. I try. My diagrams, not diagrammas. Vic says she's gonna buy a pair of headphones for the CEO, and I'm like, I don't know, because that's a lot of talking for a little baby. Right, Mama? But anyways, let me go ahead and hit play because I'm gonna have to head out. I know this was a little short, and I'll be live later on today because I'll have somebody to watch Baby Bunny for me.
Yeah, fair enough. And we'll certainly be looking for that in that trial. And just going back quickly, Judge, to the book, I think you can get that in as part of a common plan or scheme. This idea that she really wanted to profit off of the death of her husband, not only by the life insurance, but by writing this book as well, improve her profile, and in fact, get money from that. So I think it comes in.
And I would also say, listen, she was desperate. She wrote this book because she killed him to get the life insurance money. She didn't know he changed it. That got tied up. She needs money. Oh, I'll write this book.
Wow. Sounds like motive to me. Okay. You ready to head out? Well, guys, I'm going to have to head out because Baby Bunny's like, Mom, I'm ready to be done here. Make sure you guys watch the replay if you're just getting in here. We're talking about this whole situation with Kouri, who basically has been charged killing her husband, right? And then she writes this book about grief, and then it turns out that she's the one that poisoned him, basically. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm definitely going to have to head out and tend to her, but I will be back live later on today. This one was a little short one. Rabbits out, guys.